Hello. Oh my
Lance, how
gosh,
you
my
doing?
friend, I
Good to
haven't
have you
seen you
back.
forever. I know I haven't seen you like forever. Forever, it seems like. I
Yeah, I
had to
told
take
them
a
all you
break.
were busy, you were doing your own thing. She'll be back, and I had to do like a show or two just because we had certain people to talk to, and their Kickstarters were running out.
Yes, yes. I understand. So we went ahead and we were, fulfilled our obligations. And I'm thank you so much for filling in because I am completely overwhelmed right now. And let's see how long this lasts before I start getting, overwhelmed again. But I thank you so much for just standing in for me. It's been just a crazy busy, couple of few months with my day job, all good things. So, I'm excited about what's to come. I can't really disclose that right now.
Great possibilities.
Great possibilities could mean so many things. Um, and of course, doing all of my other stuff behind all my creative stuff also. So all that stuff is
Yeah,
doing
you
really
one busy
well.
woman, lady.
Yeah. So today I got an audition and I was like, I was so like all over the place and I was like, I forgot, I forgot where I could get the download for the script because there's a certain page that we can go to go download the script.
Right.
And so it came up. I have it so that it's set up that it comes into my work email, so I'm alerted right away when I get an audition. So I see it and I was like, okay, I'm going to tell you, funds have been pretty tight lately because there's a lot of stuff going on. And so, and I'm creating a lot of stuff which costs money. So I reached out to my agent. I was like, I don't have money to download these scripts. So then she said, okay, I got it for you. So then she says, oh, just check your email. She said, it's in there. It's in your email. Well, I had completely forgotten to check my email because the first thing I saw was that there was an audition and I freaked out. I was like, I don't have money to download the script. But she told me, that's what I'm telling you. She said, listen, you're my favorite multitasker. You'll get it done. But it's just like, it is what it is. But anyway, exactly. I digress because we have so much to catch up on tonight. And I'm so really excited to bring in our guest host this evening. I love this person so much. It's my girl. And having her on this show this evening is just making me so excited. I mean, our guest is also exciting, but I can't wait to bring my ace boon coon, my girl coming in. I don't know if that's politically correct anymore to say that. But anyway, my girl.
Exactly.
My friend
our family, man.
My family, yes.
Yeah.
We've done a lot of little events together. So without further ado, let's bring her in. Kate Fox from the Kate Fox Show.
It's Kate Fox.
Hey. What's up, girl? Hey, we're so happy to have you.
I'm so happy to be here. I'm thrilled.
Oh my gosh. So what's been going on lately?
What's been going on? I've been sort of slow because I had a whole bunch of health stuff. So I was actually on hiatus for a while with my show. And, we have WinterCon coming up this weekend. So we're starting to do events. And actually, my first interview that I did to pull myself out of hiatus, which will air, I believe, later this week, actually was of the band Coventry Carols, whose shirt I am wearing. And you have Soda on from Coventry Carols tonight. So yes. I'm so excited.
Okay. See, full circle.
Totally.
Full sacred circle. Yes, definitely a small world. I'm really excited about this tonight too, because this is my introduction to Coventry Carols. I have never heard of them, so I can't wait till he comes on, so Soda comes on, so I can talk to him about his music and what I thought about it. Me being the eclectic music, personario that I am. So I am so excited to have him come on. So before we bring him on, but I'm glad you're out of hiatus and I'm glad everything is going well. Girl, we're pulling for you 100%. You do that show all by yourself. I don't know how you get to where you get to. Because sometimes when I look on your Facebook page, I'm like, where is she now?
Exactly. You got to do it. Who else is going to do it? And we can sleep when we're dead.
I heard that.
So
ding, ding.
That's our theme song.
Yeah. Well, you do it well. You really do. I think that you just, the way you handled yourself. Kate and I did Soprano Con in 2019 together. Was that 2020 together?
No, 2019.
2019.
We did the VIP party at the Meadowlands, which was a blast.
Mm-hmm.
And then we were supposed to go to Soprano Con, you know, in March, April 2020, and then
COVID,
everything exploded.
Yeah.
And so we didn't get to do it. Now, you know, Charlie and I went to Sopranos Con last, oh my gosh, I've lost track of around July. It was July.
Right.
And wow, it was but we missed you, and you know, we hope that you can come next time that we go.
Well, I hope it's not in July, because July is actually my birthday, and I will be going away to spend some time with my family for my birthday. Y'all know, I'm gonna tell y'all something. I am turning 60 years old.
You are not.
Yes, I am. I am turning 60 years old. Listen.
I just turned 55.
Yeah. Okay. Look at you. See, this is what I'm saying. This is like the new 30. 60 is the new 30. 55 is the new 25. Right?
I'll take it. I like it. I like being where I am, right?
Well,
I sure know myself now. I sure know myself very well now, you know. But yes, so, you know, we're celebrating my big 60th. And it's like weird. Like, I can't believe I've been on this earth for 60 years. It's like unbelievable. You know, it's too much. It's incomprehensible.
Well, wait, now since you'll be here in May, are you going to come with your beloved spouse to the heavy metal jam that he's playing in Decay and Decadence? Because guess who's singing?
What?
Ooh.
You know,
I'm coming
out
of there. I haven't sung professionally for they're like 25 years.
Oh my gosh!
So,
oh my gosh! Oh, yeah. Girl, I'm making sure I'm coming to that. I'm making sure I'm coming to that. Oh my gosh! You are just flooring me right now.
You know what? Again, whatever, dude. Let's do it. Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Once.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We gotta rock.
You only live once. Yeah. So hey, that's what it is. Well, that says twice, but you know, that's one of my favorite James Bond. I mean, we could do a whole thing on James Bond. I love James Bond. Anyway, so let's go. We got a lot of stuff to get through this evening. I wanted to, you know, kind of pull up some things that we wanted to talk about, but guess what? I don't have it prepared yet. So Ralph, I'm going to have you go ahead and talk while I bring this up.
So, Kate, what made you decide to come out of retirement? You know, that seems like something, you know, hey, I want to do this.
Well, you know, I have a musical theater degree, and I've been missing it for a while. And of course, at least half of my friends are musicians. I'm knee deep in the local music scene. You know, I do the Cancer Can Rock benefits.
Right.
And my friends, you know, put together this heavy metal jam, and because I love all music, and I attended there have been 4, I think, and I attended the last 2, and I loved it. And so I was like, I want to sing. And I'm like, everybody's going to think I'm just, I want to sing. And I'm like, but I'm trained, mind you, you know, not trained in heavy metal, but whatever. And so finally I was like, you know what? One of my friends was like, just do it. And I said, all right. So,
do we ask what you're singing, or do we want this to be a surprise?
Rocket Queen, Guns N' Roses.
Ooh, nice.
Oh my God.
Dang, girl.
They offered me a couple other songs. I was like, Rocket Queen.
Girl.
I can't wait to hear this. Yeah.
I'm loving this. I'm seriously loving this.
So, you know, it ain't Guys and Dolls. You know, which I did have the lead years and years and 100 years and things like that. The other stuff I'm used to, but yeah. So,
well, I think this is wonderful. I really do, and you're inspiring me. You know, you definitely are inspiring me. This is going to be just too much fun.
Oh my God,
so
it is.
I'm excited. All right, so let's just talk about this. When we're talking about special women here, Miss Kate here, this is Women's History Month, by the way, you all.
Yes, it
And
is.
so we just want to celebrate all our women out there, women who are doing their thing every day, you know, sisters doing it for themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So happy Women's History Month. All the women out there who are taking care and handling business the way that we know how to do. So celebrate anybody that you know that woman, it's a woman or identifies as a woman. All right. And we're talking about WinterCon, which is this weekend, March 12th and 13th. Yes. The tickets are still available for you to go to WinterCon. And we were just talking about this before the show that we're going to be there, you know, to do some interviews. Yes. So if you're not familiar with what WinterCon is one of the biggest sci-fi cons out there. In fact, I think it is the biggest. I don't think there's anyone. I think is it the biggest? Is it? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure.
Huh?
I don't know about the biggest, but it's pretty big.
Yeah, it's pretty big.
They got some great guests lined up.
They have some really, really, really great guests lined up. Let's look at their website.
You know, one of my favorite things, one of my favorite memories of WinterCon is Rutger Hauer on his bicycle going through the whole place.
Oh, and wow.
That's why when he died, it kind of surprised the heck out of me because I had just seen him do this and I was like, well, he wasn't even sick.
Yeah, well, you know, we don't have a you know, what's up, Kat? We don't have a time when we could say, you know, we're going to be here when we're going to stay. True. So, you know, I'm very saddened by that because he is by far one of my favorite actors.
Same thing.
You know, everybody knows him from Blade Runner and from all the other things that he's done. But I particularly remember him from a movie called Flesh and Blood. And that was like one of my all-time favorite movies when I think I was introduced to him then, and then Blade Runner after that. But he's done so many, he's just so iconic. Buffy the Vampire Slayer, you know, all kinds of films that this man has been in.
It's just iconic. My movie for him is Lady Hawk.
Lady Hawk too. You know, oh my gosh, I forgot about Lady Hawk.
Yeah,
I forgot about Lady Hawk. You're so right. You're so right.
Know, and every time I bring that up, people are like, "Oh my God, Lady Hawk!" Yeah, because you know a lot of people don't remember that movie.
But that was the biggest thing. Lady Hawk was huge when it came out. Yeah, it was huge.
It's so funny because I remember it being huge when it came out. Then as time has progressed, it's almost like it's been forgotten. You know?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we have like the whole cast from, Aliens.
Yes.
Going to be there pretty much. You know. All but Sigourney Weaver, but Michael Biehn, you know, just seeing him, you know, Michael Biehn from Aliens and also Terminator, you know, hey, Christina Loken from the Terminator, Nick Stahl from the Terminator, Denise Crosby from Star Trek and from other stuff. I mean, they are having some like major people coming to this event. You know, so if you haven't gotten your tickets, please go and get your tickets. There are still tickets available.
And it's pretty decent pricing because I think, if I remember right, I think it's $25 to get in. Mm-hmm. It could be it's either 25 or 30. If you buy for both days, it's only $50.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, mm-hmm. It's pretty decent. I think. Oh my gosh, they got the Transformer voices on here. Oh Lord. This is where the amazing Kreskin.
I love him. He is so sweet.
Yes,
we saw him at the Big Apple convention. What, two or 3 years ago?
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, they have some of the wonderful guests there. Yeah, the Warriors. I think 2 or 3 people from the Warriors are going to be there. You know, I'm sad that I missed James Remar because that's like one of my favorite people. He's not going to be there this year, I don't think. But wow. Just wait a minute. Wasn't he supposed to be there?
It's possible. I know there was a couple of cancellations.
Yeah, I think
they moved some people around. Yeah.
Oh,
I think he might have canceled because I remember seeing him on there. But I mean, check it out, you all. Check them out at WinterCon, New York, nywintercon.com. That's nywintercon.com. And go on there and see, get your tickets for this weekend. Enjoy yourself because it's
an easy ride because it's at the resort world, the resorts world, here, at the Aqueduct.
Yes, it's very easy to get to. Mm-hmm. Oh, and if you are there though, and you see, one of us, come and say hello and take a picture.
Yes, definitely. And we'll have to post it. You have to come and join the show, and then we'll post your picture of us all together. So I'm excited about that. And then today, it's kind of a sad but happy day for us today. Somebody that's very dear to us is celebrating a heavenly birthday today.
I have goosebumps now because you know what? Without her, I wouldn't have known you guys. I wouldn't have known Charlie, my little bestie, and so many other. There are so many people. All of us would not have known had it not been for Elsie.
You talk about a class act.
Yeah,
this one was a class act.
She worked her butt off.
Yes, and such a contributor to the horror fan world, the movies, the support of everybody who's in that genre. She just was an amazing woman. Now, I met Elsie later at I believe it was the New Jersey Horror Con, but you all had probably known her sooner before that. I met her. I was going through a very difficult time then too, and I had a long conversation with her that she helped me through. My mother was diagnosed with cancer that same that month, and I met her, and she just was such a bright inspiration. She talked me. She told me all about it. She talked to me about it. She didn't have to give of herself that way. She was busy selling her pillows, but she did, and that's what just totally changed my mind about who this person was. So we really miss her so much. We really do. Absolutely.
And this woman fought so many times. Yeah. She didn't just fight cancer once. It came back three times, I think is the final number. She had breast cancer twice. And then it metastasized, of course, but she had 2 mastectomies.
Yeah. Yeah.
And she kept going and going and going. And she encouraged and supported women in film.
Yeah.
I'll say minorities, I guess. Minorities in film.
Yeah.
She did not stop, and she supported every single person, and she elevated every single person she encountered, no matter what walk of life they were from, no matter where they came from, no matter, the color of the skin, the gender, anything.
Yeah.
She empowered everyone.
Yep. And she had just a really formidable spirit, despite what she was going through.
Yes.
So we met her at I think it was Eternal Con when we met her. Is that correct, Ralph?
We actually the first time we met her, Elsie, was because Mark brought us in to do the Macabre Film Festival that first time.
You guys were on the red carpet, weren't you? You and Cadma.
Yeah.
Right. That's how we met you, Kate.
Yeah.
You were right next to us.
Yes, I was.
I think that was the event that I was at too, where I was interviewing. Well, we do have a walk down memory lane when we were talking to her at Eternal Con. So let's show that to our audience so you can get to know who she was.
Hey guys, this is Cadma here from Bitten Apple TV in conjunction with It Came From the Radio. Now we are here at Eternal Con out in Long Island. That's right, the real New York City kind of Comic-Con that has rows and rows of books. Now I just wanted to know, as I'm casually walking by here, has anyone noticed that this is my husband's car? This is him. I'm sorry, baby. I love you. I love you. Sam, I don't know. You're into some kinky stuff, like when it comes to the demons. I'm just not into it, boo. I'm not into it. But Dean, I got pie. We can do this. We can do this. I'm sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. Make sure you guys click subscribe and check out the vendors that we got the chance to talk to and find out a little bit more about their businesses and what they're exploring in your Nerdville world. Woohoo! And by the way, I'm going to be starting a competition for who's your favorite Appletini. Vote for me. Don't vote for Written Writ Ralf. Just me. And Dean. Dean, of course. Hi guys, this is Cadma here from the Bitten Apple TV in conjunction with It Came From the Radio here at Eternal Con. Of course, now if you guys have been paying attention, there was a beautiful, beautiful macabre film festival that I was at. This is the queen of horror in my book, guaranteed. I, first of all, was very happy and very, very blessed to like be on the red carpet and interviewing everyone. So thank you very much for that opportunity.
You're saying you really liked it.
I think love it would be more appropriate.
It is one of the fewer horror catering red carpet events. And it's all because, as I've said in the past, in the horror genre, you know, film festivals we're just not getting what we need as far as the respect and all of that. So it's important that the red carpet really embrace the talent, the genre, the filmmakers, all of that good stuff. And a lot of it is just as simple as making sure you guys are feeling good, make sure that you guys understand this is your moment on what feels like the Hollywood red carpet on a budget. You know what I'm saying? But it's all good. So it's on a budget, I ain't gonna lie, but you would never know it to be there.
No, I really had an amazing, incredible time. So I'm very happy here to see you here at Eternal Con. And these are the most interesting pillows and pillowcases I have ever seen. I have to go shopping. So of course I have to ask you, what brings you here to Eternal Con?
Well, for starters, I get invited here by Frank, who's the organizer of the Eternal Con event. So, of course, I have to support my pal, and he supports me. So it's a wonderful situation. And, I got a chance to come right out to Long Island and do this whole Comic-Con thing, which is an amazing success. And for the first time, bring out our pillow covers, which is brand new for us, but it's doing really well. And we go from anything, Harley Quinn and pop culture, that sort of thing, to the horror, which is what I really love, okay? Walking Dead, Pennywise, Jason, Freddy Krueger, and Jet Silence. There's a whole lot of stuff going on. So, we're here to bring something different as far as a vendor goes, as far as what we're bringing to the customers. I just like it. And I get to talk to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good.
I adore you. You guys have no idea how funny she really is. Like, she's really, really funny. What I also wanted to ask you was, I wanted to ask you at the event, but I didn't get the chance to because you were very busy and I didn't want to interrupt the film festival too much, was, what's your favorite horror?
Truth be told, and I'm actually really blessed because, first of all, The Exorcist is my favorite horror movie. I got to see it on 42nd Street. My mother took me to see a re-release or like a re-screening, whatever you want to call it, on 42nd Street. I'll never forget it. I was in the movie theater. I saw The Exorcist. I was under the age, I think I was 4 or 5 years old. My mother had me watching that kind of stuff. Anywho, and so it's interesting how later in my years, I became really good friends with Eileen Dietz, who is your Pazuzu. How weird is that? When she stayed at my house once, I had friends who were reaching out to me and saying, Elsie, don't invite Eileen Dietz into your house. And I'm like, why? Hello? That's Pazuzu. Pazuzu's going to be upstairs in your house. Do you know what that means? You're going to need an exorcism in your house, girl. So that freaked me out just a little bit. And thank goodness, no, I did not need an exorcism after that. But, Eileen is one of our ambassadors for the Macabre Film Festival, which you met the last time you were here. And my second favorite, just so everybody knows, Nightmare on Elm Street. Hands down, Nightmare on Elm Street. I watched that movie on a VHS tape. I just dated myself. And a black and white TV. I really just dated myself. And I kid you not, I made my 5-year-old sister, because if my mother did it to me for The Exorcist at 4 or 5, hello, I'm going to do it to my little sister at 4 or 5. I made her watch it 75 times. You know how I know that? We counted it every single night. 75 nights in a row, I was hitting the play button. rewind button, and watching Nightmare on Elm Street, to the point where I had a nightmare for 2 years that in my neighborhood there were body parts over the lamppost. I swear. And Freddy Krueger was somewhere. I don't know where, but he was somewhere. He was waiting for me. And you know how he's got that laughter? That's all I could hear, and body parts. But that never stopped me from watching more horror.
No, because you develop a love for it. And oh my God, I wish you were my older sister.
No, you don't.
I did, because I actually grew up watching for my family, horror movies was like our comedies. For my father, he would just look at the rest of us like, what's wrong with you guys? Like, come sit with us, join the dark side.
All right.
So for anyone who wants to purchase any of these pillowcases, and where can they find it?
Well, I'm going to tell you, first of all, #Killer Pillows, of course. #Killer Pillows. I have not created a website yet because this is brand new and I've been really busy. Next weekend, I have Long Island's first Harry Potter event in celebration of the 20th anniversary of Harry Potter. It's called the Pominock Academy. We've recreated everything. We have our sorting cupcake. We've got 6 new houses. We've got new visiting professors. There's just so much happening. It's over at the old Bethpage Village Restoration. So once I'm done with all of that, then I can go ahead and bring you guys a little more of my killer pillows. For now, just # it, baby.
Do you see the world of creativity that just oozes out of her? Elsie, you are absolutely incredible, and I'm so happy that I got the chance to interview you. And I'm just really excited. You guys make sure you # Killer Pillows. And if you're going out to that convention over in Bethpage, join one of her houses. Thank you so much. Bye.
Miss her so much.
Hey, yeah. And it's while I'm watching that, I forgot that she did the Pominock Academy.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about, and I jotted down a note because she also created Immortal Con, to which was a breast cancer event. And sometimes you forget what people do. My God,
yeah,
she did everything, and she was a young woman when she left us.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah,
I
that.
Miss talking to her because that energy that she had every time you saw her, it was like you saw it right now. It's just that was her. There was no filter there.
Yeah, despite what she was going through, Anyway, so we miss you, Elsie. Happy heavenly birthday today. Thank you. So many lives you touched, so many people you influenced, so many people you inspired and encouraged. And, we're going to continue to go forward and have some of that energy that you gave us and deposit it into the world. So we won't stop like you didn't. You didn't stop. We won't stop. So anyway, you all. So let's get into our evening guest and stuff. I don't want to leave everybody on a good note. This is a happy moment for us because she was such a wonderful person. We know that the Macabre Film Festival is going on. Her husband, Adam, is continuing it. He's continuing her legacy. And when I'm telling you, it is phenomenal. It is such a phenomenal event for people who are doing, especially independent artists who are doing horror films, to go there and showcase your work. Get it out there, to meet people, to mingle, to talk to people who create the same kind of genre. I mean, she really knew how to connect people. You never realize how much influence somebody has on people by connecting you. And she knew who was going to connect and be friends for a long time. She was awesome like that. All right, so let's talk about our guests. I can't wait.
Let's have a soda. Oh, wait.
Exactly.
A refreshing soda.
Exactly.
A refreshing soda.
So we met Soda at CradleCon. Am I correct?
CradleCon.
CradleCon. Yes.
Cadma interviewed him. Yeah.
Cadma interviewed him at CradleCon. Now, I was going to show that particular footage but it's 13 minutes long, so I didn't have time to edit it down. And there's a lot that is said in that I think that we probably need to disseminate to the audience alone instead of just telling. We want him to talk.
Yeah.
We don't want that 13 minutes to just, deflate the whole interview. I'd really like to know who this person is face to face. But Kate, you know him well, so just give like a little intro for John Soda James.
Well, I'll tell you, I actually have only been acquainted with him. We've been connected on social media. I've been acquainted with him for a couple of months. I'm trying to think of when I first met him. And I sat down and interviewed him in the band. I've known his bass player for a while now. And that's how I got my intro into the band. And I was fortunate enough to sit in on a rehearsal. And they went through a full set. And let me tell you, and I had to joke with him. I said, "Oh, you're so boring," because wow, he is just. First of all, this man is all creative energy, all of it, and he is such a dynamic performer that now they did, and I don't want to steal his thunder. They did just do a show in Connecticut, which I'm sure he'll tell us about. And then they're preparing for. So I'm looking forward to seeing them do a live show. I was able to see them rehearse, and it's amazing music. It's something so different, and it's so unique. It's so fresh, and it's got such a great vibe that it's just. I was sold immediately. I mean, I didn't want to support them at all, but they're
nice shirt, nice
right?
shirt, by the way, nice shirt.
I love it. And they're such a creative group, and the chemistry that these three have is just, it blows you away.
So something you were saying about that shirt is handmade. Am I correct?
This is handmade. All of their merchandise.
I love that.
Handmade, one of a kind. And I think I'm actually gonna, but when I go to their live show, I'm gonna get another shirt. But it's just, I meant to bring down the stickers. So if you have a sticker, you can show it. I meant to have it here and I don't. It's upstairs. But yeah, so they do it all themselves. It's just, and he'll tell you the rest, because I'll keep going on because you can tell I'm a fan.
Okay, so let's bring him in. Without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, John Soda James. Hey, what's up?
Hi. Hey, how are you?
Good. Listen, I'm amazed at the collection behind you.
I know it's kind of goth right now, but my light is
no.
Dude, you're giving total rock vibes right now.
Good.
Yes.
My tomb,
Oh, I love it. Now, are those DVDs or are those CDs?
These are CDs and cassettes behind me. I'm in what we call our music menagerie. Come over anytime,
I know where you live.
That's true. No, seriously, we can nerd out for like a long time if you come over.
Yes, I love that. So you just invited me and we're going to do this. I love this kind of stuff. That's me. Kate,
that'd be awesome. I would love it.
I've loved that too.
Doors open.
So we all got a chance to listen to your latest CD.
Yes, definitely.
We all got a chance to listen to it. And I kind of want to get everybody's feedback about the CD, what we thought about it. Yes. So we already know what Kate thinks about you as a band, but let's hear Ralph.
Dude, man, like I got these vibes of going back in time, but at the same time moving forward with progression of music, because it just felt to me like I was back in the 90s with all that good alternative rock, and you have that beautiful feeling to it, but at the same time there's this futuristic feel to it, and you're like, how is he marrying these two bits and pieces? Because I was sitting there going, I'm having flashbacks, and I'm like, but that sounds so good and so different. Wait, what? So I was just sitting there going, okay, I'm just like having a huge id fight in my head, trying to figure out which way this thing is going.
That's cool. I like that. That's great. We the guys will be happy to hear that.
So that was that was definitely my take too. So I'm going to tell you something. This is kind of a funny story. So I'm so much of a geek. I sit every Friday with a group of girls, a group of ladies. I shouldn't call them girls. A group of ladies where we watch certain films and certain shows, and then we have a discussion about it every Friday. You know, even though we might have a half a day at work on Fridays, which is like an easy day, we still make these meetings. So right now,
Amazing.
We are watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer and Angel.
Nice.
And the first moment that I heard your music, I remembered when I purchased a Buffy the Vampire Slayer Radio Sunnydale CD. I remember listening to it in my car over and over and over again. The music was very emotive, if you know what I'm saying, because it was going through what she was going through. It was the 90s. It was, alternative music going into like an emo type of style, but it was different. And it was basically every song that they had on each episode kind of explained each episode, what she was going through emotionally. That was the first thing I thought about when I listened to that music, how I fell in love with alternative music from that CD. Wow. And that's where it took me immediately. Now, I could say that what you're speaking about, the subject matter and stuff, is very progressive, but the feel and the tonality is a sound that I miss.
Wow, good.
Mm-hmm.
That's great. I mean, I had mentioned actually, because Kate interviewed us a couple of weeks ago for her show. Mm-hmm. The episode's not out yet, but I think I had said, Kate, something like it's a 90s record from the future.
Mm-hmm.
And like, you guys are like, you got your hand on the pulse, man. It's so good. It's so cool. I mean, unbelievable. That's so, it's you get it. You get it.
Yeah. It immediately took me there. It immediately took me there.
Good. Completely.
So
that's amazing.
You listen,
Thank you.
What's the word that everybody's saying right now? What is it? It's a phrase everybody's using.
It's fire.
You understood the assignment. You understood the assignment. Yes. You understood the assignment. It's just definitely there. I absolutely was thrown into that time period. And that's just so me. That's awesome. I love that time. I think that's like the end of really good music.
Sure.
Like
sure.
the maybe mid 2000s when it comes to a rock and alternative music is like the end of good music.
Yeah,
you're right, because in the early 2000s you still have that feel, you still have that energy, it's still moving in that direction, and then somewhere in the middle of the 2000s it went.
Yeah, it did. So I'm interested in how you came about the name Coventry Carols.
All right, cool. It has maybe two meanings, maybe three, but anyway, the Coventry Carol itself is a song, and this is very, very morbid, very morose. The Coventry Carol itself is a song that the women of the slaughtered infants back in Bethlehem would sing as their babies were being taken to be killed by the biblical figure Herod.
Yes.
So that's the Coventry Carol. But another meaning, Coventry is kind of a word that means like to isolate, and carols is a word that kind of brings us together. So I had said, again, it's like a dichotomy there that kind of really meshes well. Also, I mean, we're singing, to you guys. It's our carols that we're giving to you. So, that's kind of a thing. I always like to really unify anybody that wants to be a part of any of this stuff. It's so important that we are together because, without this, I mean, look, there's four of us here, you know what I mean? But without Kate, I wouldn't be with you, and you wouldn't be, it's just this whole, and you guys mentioned it before I had come on, that, the full circle with Elsie too. Mm-hmm. And I mean, I just feel like I'm in the right place right now. I'm just in the right place. So thank you.
Oh, thank you. I love that. So I noticed too, it's like some of the first song of the new album, which that sounds like officially released. Did we just get, or did we get a secret copy?
No, yeah, the album's not out yet. We are actually announcing the official release date on social media this week. We've been putting out a lot of stuff. We've been building. We've been working really hard. I'm very pleased with what is happening. We're happy with the record. There's a lot that we are going to be showing you guys over the next couple of weeks. So hopefully, hopefully people pay attention, and if not, hopefully they'll come to pay attention at some point soon.
But you did release one of the songs on Bandcamp on Friday, though, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes. Thank you.
Right.
Yes, the single, "The Well," came out on Friday. You know, Bandcamp does these Bandcamp Fridays since COVID happened, which is a day where they don't collect anything from the sales, so the artists get like 99.9% of the sales. And a lot of artists, a lot of bands have been dropping stuff on Bandcamp Fridays. So this was actually an idea that came kind of late in the game. The record was done. We were going to put it out. But a couple of weeks ago after rehearsal, I was like, it's kind of silly not to, it's a missed opportunity if we don't do that. So the guys were like, let's roll. So I kind of got stuff together. Our engineer, co-producer, Joey Z from Life of Agony, I spoke to him and he was like, let's do it. So the single is kind of like a maxi single, which is a thing, again, that happened in the 90s where like you get a single and you get like one or two B-sides, maybe an instrumental version of the song. So the single is, the album version, the instrumental, a different mix that Joey did, and then an acoustic version that I had done previously for a radio show that I just kind of tacked in there. But it's cool. It's cool. We were happy with it. We were happy to get something out. So yeah, "The Well," and we love that song. So it was a good way to start.
I like that song too.
Yeah.
I really like that
it's one of the songs that actually stands out from the album.
Awesome. Thank you.
When I saw that you picked that one, I was like, "Oh, that's interesting."
Yeah.
Well, the album is 8 songs. That's some information that I don't even think we said publicly yet, really, either. It's 8 songs, and I feel that unless you're really getting it. It's a cohesive piece of work. I think really from start to finish, it's a thing that can be really taken on as like a full piece. It's not a concept record. It's not meant to be a concept record. Nothing like that. But after it was all said and done, and we rearranged the track listings maybe 2 or 3 times, we came to this final, collect way that the record was going to run. And after sitting down and hearing it, after all the work we did, when it was finished, I was like, all right, well, that it kind of just did it for itself. It was a universe type thing,
Wow. And I noticed something else too. Well, I'm curious though. What is your demographic as far as people who are your fans?
I mean, it's unlimited.
Everybody.
I don't think
Everybody.
that. Yeah. I don't think that any music really should be like kind of we don't need to alienate anybody, especially now.
Right.
That's all there is to it.
Because I remember reading an article recently was saying, of course, I was reading about rock music as a whole and how the genre is coming back because it went through a moment of dying out, rock, alternative rock.
Yeah.
It became like a specialized station if you wanted to listen to alternative rock music. And
or
now
you actually had a hunt for songs.
You had to hunt, exactly. And so now it's coming back and there's a younger audience being introduced to this genre that normally was not there. Now, you always have like a select group. Europeans and South Americans are always getting our music after the fact. And so you talk about like fans who are committed fans, those who are committed fans. But here in America, we can be a little fickle, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're very fickle when it comes to that. So then we're going through this thing where we're listening to, of course, this new type of rap, or a new type of synth pop or whatever. But there are people who really just want to hear what I consider to be still good music and a revisit to this sound. that you all have created. So that's why I asked you, you know, we're all of an age group here, a demographic here, and we all love the music, but I was curious if you have younger fans.
Well, yeah. I mean, we did a show, you know, in Connecticut last week or a week and a half ago. And I mean, I think it was, I don't know, maybe it wasn't an all ages thing. It was probably like 21 and up. But I mean, it was mixed, you know. I mean, there was 20 somethings, 30 somethings, 40 somethings, probably 50 somethings kind of coming and going throughout the day, because it was like a little bit of a festival for TLR Records. And that was our first show as Coventry Carols too, and I think it was really successful.
Wow.
We had a really good time. I mean, we're all you know, we've been doing this racket since we were little kids, and I mean, to say it was like our first show is kind of weird. It wasn't really our first show as individuals, but collectively it was, and it was very successful. We were very happy with it. So as far, I mean, the demographic, I don't know. I mean, again, it's for everybody. I mean, that might be like an easy way out of that question, but
it is for everybody, though. It really is.
Yeah, it definitely is.
It is not in any little hole.
Yeah,
it really is. It's a very broad reach that you have with what you put out, I think.
Well, that's great. I mean, thank you. You know, this is we've kept this really underground for such a long time, and just this past February we went live and kind of came above ground with it, but it's been nurtured for some time, and COVID obviously didn't help. And 2020, aside from that, I personally had like a wild litter of health problems. So it just, the fact that we came out on the other side with a record is nothing short of like just a beautiful, wonderful achievement. And our album really is a very human record. It's about surviving. It's about life and death and love and religion and just getting through it, you know?
And that is one of the things that I noticed about it is some of the spiritual overtones or religious undertones. I wouldn't say overtones, the undertones in it. That was like one of the first things that I picked up in Grace.
Okay.
And
great.
and
Sure.
I really like that because it just is it. Or how about this? One of the things that you had, one of the songs on there talks about medical bills, let's say, you know, which we all are struggling through in this world right now. So it was like, I really was like attracted to that particular song because it was something that I struggled with and still struggle with. And so I was like, oh, I've got to listen to this. You know, there was a lot that you could relate to in this. And understand too, I wasn't placing a demographic on your music, but I was curious to see if it was being introduced to a younger crowd. I think now in this world of virtual reality that we're going through, that this is a wonderful opportunity to reintroduce, especially what I call underground music, which is that demographic, which is 21 and a little bit 18 to 21 younger. There's an underground that listens to this type of music. That's why it's gaining a resurgence, rather.
Right.
So,
yeah. I mean, it's, you know, if they are the ones listening, hopefully they will. And it's great because they're the more like trendy ones. They're the busier ones with this sort of stuff, the hashtags and everything. They'll get the word out a little more maybe than like someone who's maybe like a decade older or something like that. You know, I mean, everybody's different. You know, somebody's grandma right now is like on what is that website where OnlyFans, some granny's on OnlyFans right now. So who knows? Who cares? You know, it's like
I'm 60. I ain't got no grandkids, but I am up there at my age, right? So yes, I'm claiming that. Now, where are you all out of? Are you out of Long Island?
Well, yeah, actually, it's funny because we all live in Suffolk County now. We all made it out here. We started in Queens as a seed, and our trees have grown to Suffolk County. So
wait, there's a lot of good things that come out of Queens.
Oh, yeah,
a lot of bands come out of Queens.
Yes, well, yeah, I mean,
Sworn Enemy. You know,
yeah, there you go. They're actually
dropping that.
They're playing soon.
Yeah.
With a band that we invited to play our album release party. Actually, a band called He Was a God from Connecticut. They're playing with Sworn Enemy.
Oh,
And,
wow.
When is your album release party? Now that you mention it, and where?
It's March 25th. It's local. It's here on Long Island at Mr. Beery's, which everybody knows in Bethpage. It's like everybody's favorite dive bar. Every band from around here has played there. I haven't been there in a little while. I heard it's kind of come a long way even from what it was when I was there last, which is in pretty good shape. So it's a cool spot, you know. It's got the vibe, you know. It's got like a little of the edge, a little of the punk rock vibe. It's a little dirty, so it's cool. And we're coming in there with our friends from Connecticut. He Was a God. Dear friends of ours from Virginia called Siddhartha. I'm so happy that they're coming. And then, you know, it's us. So it's just the three of us. And it's going to be a really, really good night for independent music. And it's very, very 90s centric, I feel, especially Siddhartha. They're like flying their grunge flag. Like, if I didn't know that their stuff was happening now and I listened to it, I'd be like, how did I miss this band? You know, they're
And so this is going to be March the 25th at
Mr. Beery's, Friday the
Mr. Beery's.
25th in Bethpage. The doors are at 8 o'clock, I think. The first band goes on at 9, 10, and then we're on at 11.
I highly recommend, if you don't ever go to any of these shows, these type of shows, you all should please do it if you're in that area or you're in the New York City area, to go and visit some of these shows. This is a really interesting culture to be introduced to.
Absolutely.
And you're going to enjoy it because there's such a unity going to shows like this. People are just there to hear good music, have, you know, good food if there is food being served, have some nice drinks and stuff, and you're going to meet and connect with a lot of people, you know. So I highly encourage you to support, you know, Soda and Coventry Carols, you know, at their event on March 25th. So
Thank you.
And you have some other stuff booked as well, right? Is that on your web? That's all on your website.
Yeah, everything is on the website. The website, we just kind of turned that on too maybe a few weeks ago. I had been working on it behind the scenes for a while. You know, I didn't have to do it like all in one shot. I was building it as we were still building stuff, so it was cool. And then pulled the trigger on that. So everything is on the site. It's very clean. It's very easy. All the info's there. Yeah, you know, there's a few. Where are we going after that? We're going upstate in April. There's another local gig. We're going to Connecticut again a couple of times. So there's a bunch, and there's stuff in the works. So always check.
yep, this is where you all are going to be. So this is March 25th, Mr. Beery's, Bethpage. You're going to be in Parksville, New York, on April the 9th, and New Haven, Connecticut on April the 27th, and then back here to New York and Amityville on May the 26th, and then Connecticut again on June the 9th. So go check this page out, you all. It's CoventryCarols.com. I'll add that on so that everybody can see this.
I like the first show right there. You didn't read that one, Leslie.
Yeah, we know.
Now that's happening now.
That is the present.
Yeah, that's the present. Exactly now. Yes, so go check this out. This is a cool website, by the way.
Yes,
Thank
it
you.
is. Very streamlined.
So,
Check out the merch store. They have some really, really good things on there. Read the
check out these
bios.
photos. Yeah, this is really cool. So tell us about how you create your shirts, because we're seeing that the shirts were handmade.
Yeah.
How did you know?
Well, I mean, I have like a wild DIY ethic, and I love it. You know, I make as much time for it as possible. So when we had some off nights from rehearsals, our bass player and I kind of like would hang out at his house, and we were coming up with a lot of different ideas, and we had our drummer on the phone because he was busy doing some other stuff. And we got started on just making all of our own merchandise. I mean, I made magnets, I made pins, and then we bought, I don't know, probably about 60 shirts, you know, at kind of like a super cheap retail price. And we made every single shirt. No two are the same. So that's the uniqueness with those. And our merch, when you come to our show, you're going to see it's almost kind of like a little flea market, a little traveling store.
Wow, I love this. I love this. So we have a video on here. Dare we show it?
Yeah, you can. It's just a little promo video. There's going to be more video hopefully coming this week, probably tomorrow.
Okay, let's watch this video then. Let me know if you all can't hear this. I'm going to mute everybody.
Down, 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 we are falling. Will we ever see that again? These times they are so true. Nobody's just the same. Let them all be at the same. We can't afford to leave.
Cool.
That is so cool. I love it. Who shot that video for you? Because it is so, like, you know, I love the tones of it, the colors.
That was me.
Okay, so yes, you are very creative. You're very creative.
Thanks,
what,
guys.
What was your perception when you were shooting this video? Because I mean, it's like tunnels and black and whites and shadows.
The funny thing is, at there was a point where we were so close to kind of like revealing the project that we had such a minimum amount of content. So I walk a lot, or I did walk a lot at one point. I'm going to get back into that when it gets a little nicer. But I'm always taking pictures and shooting stuff. So that's basically just a walk through a park that I spliced up some pictures, some like rehearsal footage, and some little DIY junk, and made a video one night. So
I loved it. It gives such an effect. It really does.
That's cool.
You know,
Thanks.
There was something scary about it too. It's like, you know, it reminds me of some of the videos that I watch for the Tingling Tea. So, you know, yeah.
You're right. Okay, yeah, I can see what you're saying.
Yeah, it does. Listen,
That's
we have a show that we do every Tuesday night where we look at video footage of hauntings and stuff like that. And some of the camera work kind of reminded me of that when we're watching some of the footage. So I love it.
That's cool. That's cool. Hey.
Yeah, gave me that effect. So we're going to look at some of your merch too.
All right, nice.
Let me see if I can pull this up for everybody. So we'll lay out this. So these are some of the things that you created. Let's take a look at this shirt. Your DIY shirt.
Yeah,
wow.
There's a bunch on there.
Gosh, the colors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really nice.
Thank you.
This was the one that kind of looks like what Kate is wearing.
Yeah, that's
yes.
It says out of stock. That's
yeah.
That's the Kate Fox show right
That's
there.
The Kate Fox show. I love this.
Thank you.
Oh, look at this. Wait a minute, this one.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was fun. You know, it was fun. It was fun to do. We had a good
I
time.
love that. I love that. Now, do they come in all sizes? Do you create all sizes? Just the ones, it just comes in one size?
Yeah,
and,
no, all sizes, small, medium, large, and extra large.
and
For
extra large?
this batch of stuff, yeah.
Wow. Love it.
Thank you. Thank you
I
very
really,
much.
really love it. Wow. So not only are you creative as far as the songwriting in the band, but now you also create your own merch. This is so unique.
Thanks. Yeah, I mean, you
Very
know,
unique.
what do you do nowadays? You know what I mean? We figured like let's just do everything as much as we can on our own.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's what every band does nowadays. I mean, quite honestly, there's really it's nothing special about what we're doing. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I don't know if anybody's making their shirts like that so much, but there's so
I
many
think I think you cornered the market on that one.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna tell you something. There's probably going to be a lot of people trying to do it now.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah, so.
just give me a free shirt, man. That's all.
Make it was. So I'm curious, who are your influences?
Oh
So the
man,
music
I
that
mean,
you-
there are so many. I'll give you a couple of the maybe the obvious ones, and then we'll dive a little deeper. One of my best friends, Jason, who's actually a filmmaker. He actually, speaking of horror movies, you guys should check out Itsy Bitsy. It's about a giant creepy spider that he wrote that movie.
Okay, I gotta check that out.
Yeah, Itsy Bitsy.
I love that stuff.
Um,
Might have to get him on the show.
yeah, no, Jay's awesome. He's got stuff going on. I can't say it, but he's on the verge. So,
Okay, well, we'll talk a little bit, then you can give
Yeah.
me his contact so we can probably get him on
Yeah,
the
that'd be awesome. So, I mean, like the above ground influences for myself and some of the other guys too. Smashing Pumpkins, The Cure, Nirvana.
Makes sense. You can
You
hear
know,
it.
and then if we dive deeper, Mineral, Kala, Jellyfish, The Age of Electric, Limb Lifter, Wig. There's a lot. So
My husband would love you.
let's do it. Come over.
Well, I think your husband has
party.
played with his bass player, or at least at Decay and Decadence.
Oh,
The heavy metal
when they
jam.
mixed it up. Yes.
His bass player, Soda's bass player, has played at that too, and played there when Sean played.
Wow.
That's cool.
That is really cool.
Black Dawn.
Yeah, I'm loving this.
I know them. That's your husband's band?
Yes, my husband's the bass player.
Yeah, I know them.
Dawn.
I mean, I'm sure that we probably met at some point.
Yeah, I'm
you
sure
know-
because this, like I said, this is a very this is such an
Incestuous.
incestuous, but it's like, I would say nepotistic. Maybe everybody knows each other in this business.
Yes.
Everybody helps everybody out.
I was gonna say nepotism is kind of like a negative word, but then I'm like, oh, incest. That's so positive.
That is worse.
Yeah, nepotism doesn't sound so bad when you say the other.
Yeah. Oh, and while we're here, I need a drink.
Dude, I thought you do that in your
Wait, what are you drinking?
I love it. We the only ones that ain't got no promotional materials here.
I'm gonna have to grab some stuff from Cadma.
So hilarious. But that's what I have to say about it. And this is one of the things that I love. We all support one another.
Mm-hmm.
And this is when I was talking about, the fact that when you go to these shows and you meet people, you become, you just start hanging in these circles and you start knowing everybody, and you become friends and you support one another.
Yeah.
And it's the way that you should do things. Nobody's above that. I love this community so much, be it the geek community, the rock scene community, the music community here in New York. It is like that. I don't know if it's anywhere else, but I know that it's here, and I love it.
No, it's beautiful. And if you guys don't mind, I see that one of my dear long friends is here. She's listening or checking it out. Kat Dalton. She popped up a couple of times.
Yes.
Kat, she's super smart, sharp as a tack, but actually I do, and I've been doing for a long time, something called Music Survival Guide, where I do a lot of writing about music, album reviews. I've interviewed some wonderful people like Roger Joseph Manning Jr. from Jellyfish, Tony Harnell from TNT, Vinny Dombrowski from Sponge. I've had wild opportunities. But Kat recently came on board to help me with this because it's been suffering. I've had no time. So Kat has currently taken over Music Survival Guide, and she's been going gangbusters on it. So yes. Thank you,
Kat. And thanks for coming tonight and supporting us too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, Kat, thanks, man, for sure.
Oh, wow. So we're going to see you again on March 25th. That's coming up really soon for your release party. Yeah. And
Yes.
We'll be there.
Kate did an interview with you. When is that going to air, Kate?
That I hope to have air Friday, depending upon when certain things are announced. I'll let Soda give me the go ahead because.
Yeah, thanks. Thank you, Kate. That's awesome. Probably, yeah. I would say if Kate's on board to put it out this week, I would say this week, just because I have a few things lined up that I want to post. You know, we've been doing a pretty good job at like dangling the carrot to those that are paying attention and hanging out, and soon the carrot shall be yours.
Yeah. So you want to chomp on that carrot?
Yeah,
watch Friday.
Good for you.
Good for your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I'm excited about that. We have to have you come back after all of this is released to give us an update.
I'm ready to come to your haunted part, your spooky show that you do. I'm ready to get my wig and my dress out to come over Friday night for horror movies.
Listen. That show is a very unique show that we do. If you love horror, then you have to come on that show. You have to come on that show.
God, please
keep
me on the short list.
Definitely.
What is what is it called? It's called Tingling.
It's called the Tingling Tea.
Tingling Tea.
Yeah, the Tingling Tea.
All right, cool.
It has a very unique name because it was a bunch of us at work. We would always talk about horror, stand by the water cooler, talk about what we just recently saw or whatever.
Nice.
And you know how that phrase is, spill the tea on what's going on?
Yeah.
So that's what we always said, the tea is tingling today. That's what we did. And so
that's cute.
Came up with that.
I like it. Very cute.
So we'll have to have you come on. I think we have some space early April, so we'll have to book you for that.
Let me know because I'm about to start talking about horror movies now, so we'll wait. We'll just wait.
We can definitely talk about that. Do you have a special horror movie? Because maybe then we'll center it or focus it around a particular film. Like,
oh my God, really?
I'll try to find footage that's your favorite horror.
Again, not on purpose to sound like a pretentious douchebag that like I listen to all this offbeat and shit and watch all this weird shit. But there's a movie that I actually just lent our bass player called Grim Love.
Ooh.
And it's actually based on a true story that's quite heartbreaking that happened in Germany some years back. I don't know the exact date, but it's like a dark web type thing. There was a man who was looking to be eaten, and there was a man looking to eat another man. So
that's a true story, by the way.
It is. That's what I'm saying. It happened in Germany. And no, Kate. I'm telling you, I know it sounds off-putting, and I say this. Look at Ralph.
The man put himself on Craigslist and said he wanted to be eaten.
Yes. See. I say, it does sound very grotesque, very off-putting, but it's really just about like two people that were so painfully lonely, looking for a connection. And that's really at the core of that. And it's gut-wrenching. It's really, really gut-wrenching. And like most people like, that's disgusting. But I mean, you don't know what these people are going through. You know what I mean? I'm not like, I don't know.
I could have a long discussion with you about that, the psychology behind severe loneliness and wanting somebody to appreciate you, even if it's to the extent of somebody cannibalizing you. So
yeah, no, it's heartbreaking.
It exists, y'all.
the movie is stunning. Everybody in it is phenomenal, and that's one of like these zillion that I can tell you. But
I have to see this. Listen, I love these kind of films too.
yeah,
Definitely.
it's so powerful. I'm big on heavy movies. I like a heavy movie. I also will like turn around and like watch cartoons all day at the same time. But
You're our kind of person. That's why you're here.
Yeah, like I said, I feel right at home. So
yeah,
thank you,
definitely.
thank you guys.
So we'll have to bring you on in April, and then
Yeah,
maybe
let
we
me
can
know.
bring your friend in, and we could talk about Itsy Busy. Have
Yeah,
you all co-host together?
Yeah, Jason's on the verge of something big. I can't say anything about it.
Ooh.
I don't know when he can say anything about it publicly, but it's unreal. He's shown us all what he's been doing, and it's just so cool. But Itsy Bitsy's been out for a while, and it's a cool movie. It's got kind of some old school vibes, you know, this big spider stuff happening. So yeah, Jason Alvino, I'll put you guys in touch with him. Jay's the man.
All right.
Jay's the man. Cheers. Let me use my Kate Fox mug again.
Wait, let me get a drink of water.
Yeah. There you go. Oh man.
Oh wow. Well, you all, I'm really excited about John coming on the Tingling Tea. Ralph, you have to come to that show. You know, Ralph sometimes comes and supports and guest hosts him. So we're going to see him, and then we're going to get his perspective on horror films. You know, now we're getting his perspective on music. We'll get his perspective on horror films. So I think we should have you come back after the 25th, after your release party, maybe the first week of April, and have you.
Ooh, that's
you know,
good timing. Yeah.
I want to do like a tour. You know, you're doing like a little, you know, what do you call it? A promotional tour on the Tingling Tea and the Bitten Apple. Have you come back afterwards?
I'd love to.
And Kate, we have to have you come back as well. But you know, I can always have you come back.
I'll come whenever.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to see you guys this weekend anyway.
Yes. Well, hopefully you'll see me. Hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, hopefully you see me. But anyway, you all go out and support Coventry Carols at coventrycarols.com. Once again, their release party is at Mr. Beery's on in March the 25th at 8 o'clock. The doors open up at 8 o'clock. There's going to be some supporting bands. Am I correct?
Yeah, Siddhartha from Virginia at 9 o'clock. You got to get there. These are close personal friends of mine. I adore these guys. Next up at 10 o'clock is He Was a God. I'm friendly with their drummer. I played with him briefly for this other dude, AC Slade, who's doing his own thing now. And then we are on at 11. It's not not like a zillion bands. You don't get there at 6. You don't leave at like 2 a.m. and you're like, I'm tired of it all. It's 3 bands. Everybody's got their stuff on lock. We're different, but we're the same. So
yeah, I see. That's what I'm talking about. That's why I love this scene, because it starts at a decent time and I could go home at a decent time.
Yeah, you know, I mean, I get it. You know, I mean, I've stood at shows for hours and hours and hours, starving, thirsty, sweating, just miserable. And it kind of like you get your band comes on and it's like, I'm shot. I'm done.
Yeah. True that.
So, you know, I mean, when I put this together, I was like, I think that the venue wanted like 4 or 5 bands, and I was kind of like not saying it out loud, but I was like, that's not happening.
No.
But we love Mr. Beery's, though. We love Mr. Beery's, and Mike, who's been does all the booking. He's great. So.
No, so we love that. Can't wait. All right. I noticed that you just put something on the screen, Ralph. So should I go ahead and show it?
Sure, because this is our little promo for this weekend.
Oh.
Tell me when to start.
Okay, hold on. Let's go.
This weekend, Saturday, March 12th, Sunday, March 13th. Join the Apple Teenies as we hit Winter Con. So come to Resorts World, New York City. Get your con on. Meet an Apple Teenie. Talk to Kate Fox or the guys from It Came From the Radio. Geek out, talk comics, and all things geekery. WinterCon, this weekend. Be there, get into costume, and come have fun. This weekend.
I love it. I love it. Listen, you doing that. Listen, that voiceover voice is just really getting it. It's hitting. You're doing really well.
It's
Wow.
Good, man. I was like having fun doing a couple things, and I was like, you know what? Let me just throw something in there.
Listen,
It's
TikTok
great.
is for you. TikTok is definitely for you. I'm loving that. Yes. It took me a long time to get to TikTok. Remember, I used to say all these kind of things because there is something supernatural attached to TikTok. That might be something we could talk about, how it's haunted. So I decided that I was not going to download TikTok. I was just adamant against it, but now
You did it.
I caved in.
I
And
didn't do it.
I did it.
I feel change.
I mean, it is a format. I'm telling you, I didn't go on there personally for myself, but I did do it just for my little cat coven in the back yard, and for the Bitten Apple, I put my name on there. But yeah, it's effective. It really is. It does its job. Yep, it does its job. Kate, I'm gonna have to bring you over to the dark side. Yeah. All right, you all. Thank you so much, everybody, for joining us. Thank you, Soda. We're happy. Can't wait to see you on the Tingling Tea and come back after the release party. Yeah. Kate, hope to see you this weekend and have you come back. Can't wait. And to check out this Friday and your interview with Soda.
Yes, and I'll be promoting it once I get the official.
I think we're good for Friday, Kate. If I could give you the official go, we'll put it on record. We'll put it out there live right now.
All right, fine. Friday at the Kate Fox Show. Now, will we see it live on Facebook?
It'll be on Facebook and YouTube.
Oh, Facebook and YouTube. Okay,
and reachable from my website.
Yeah, yes. we'll be spreading it from our side too. But I know I just connected with Ralph on Facebook today, but I don't know. I think we just connected on Facebook too. But if wherever we are and are not connected, we got to do that. So.
All right, sounds good to me. I think I did send you a friend request today, and I'll just resend it. All right, this is cool. I'm so excited. I just love y'all.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much.
K-pop hearts. Okay, see us next Monday night here at 7:30. Who will our guest be next week, Ralph?
That's a good question. We'll never find out.
He's sure to do a TikTok video on it.
That's definite. The promo will come.
Yeah, the promo will be coming and who our guest will be next week. All right, you all. Hopefully, I'll see you once again. Go support WinterCon. Go support the Kate Fox Show this Friday.
Make me stand up again.
WinterCon this weekend. We will see you next week, Monday at 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. 6:30.
Don't forget to check out the Tingling Tea tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Wednesday, the Written Writ, the Late Rites, which is at 11:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And of course, we're going to continue our road to WinterCon.
All right, and I just wanted to let you know tomorrow night on Tingling Tea, we're going to have Tim Tyndall there. He wrote a book called A Poetic Guide to Serial Killers. It'll be volume 1, so we're talking to him about this book. So I'm excited about that.
That's cool.
Yeah, tune in to that. Awesome. All right, you all. Have a good evening. Take care. Be safe. And we will see you next week. Take care.
Thank you.
Good night. Thank you.